Hi, my name is Beth. I am a commercial manager for 3 manufacturing facilities. I reached out to Kelly mainly because I felt stuck in certain things in my life. In general, I felt super happy, very accomplished. I love my career, I love what I did, but I felt stuck in terms of a personal relationship. So finding a boyfriend, and I didn't really know how to get out of the patterns I had been in. So of course I dated the typical D-bag and always made excuses for being treated poorly or a certain way. And I felt very, very unfulfilled in my life in that sense. So I reached out to Kelly to try to grow in that sense. And not only did I grow in my personal life, but I grew in every other aspect of my life. So a couple things that I've learned and I really took from working with her is recognizing and understanding your inner critic. So it's a voice in your head that everyone has that compares you to other people, that tells you you're not good enough. So for instance, mine, when I started working with Kelly, my inner critic always compared me to my sister, that, you know, my thighs were big, that if I just did this, I would be as good as my sister. And in recognizing that and more or less calling my inner critic out on her BS, I realized that I love my thighs and I'm not like my sister and I never will be, but I still love who I am. Another thing I learned with Kelly that was a big thing is my values, and knowing my values and then setting boundaries in order to honor my values. So I love work. I will do anything for the company I work for and my employees, but setting the boundaries that I love work, but I need my personal life, and being upfront with, I have a new boss on that. So she knows that when 5 o'clock comes or 6, unless it's an emergency, wait till the next day. Another thing I learned with values is, traveling in my free time. So those are things I'm still working through because it is a continuous process. It's not like working with Kelly for 12 weeks solved all my problems, but she taught me the tools so that way I can recognize situations and get out of those situations before they get in my head and they consume everything. What else I learned? Oh my God, I gotta think. Values, inner critic. The other thing that was huge to me, and I've told Kelly, one of our biggest sessions was being in the now. There's a book that she suggested I read, which is a lot of thinking to read, but I love it. And it's amazing when I stop being in my head, stop listening to my inner critic, stop living in my past and stop living in the future that hasn't happened, how more realistic my life is. I'm not stressed over stuff that might happen, might never happen, a meeting that's coming up. And so being in the now is just loving where I'm at, doing the best I can now to prepare for the meeting coming up on Wednesday. And it just really puts all your problems and all your worries into perspective. The past is over, the future hasn't happened, so why sit here and stress over them? So overall, Kelly just such a huge impact on my life. I still sit and I think of things and sessions we went over to just get me back on being focused. So I met a guy actually when I first started working with Kelly, and just different things I did in the past that I would drag from a bad relationship into a new one. It was kind of the perfect timing of meeting him because I have grown with him. So having open, real conversations, not taking things personally or being, obsessed with making him happy, because I can't. I'm only responsible for myself. So overall, work is going good. Work is great. I've set my boundaries. My relationship is prospering. It's just more open and real than any relationship I've ever had. My relationship with my sister is better because I'm not comparing myself to her. So overall, Kelly is just an amazing person and will give you the tools to help manage your own life, which is all you really can do. So Kelly's amazing. Definitely work with her.